welcome to Shareware. I'm Josh, and I'm joined by
Brad
and Jordan.
And this week, you get a half episode because...
Fuck you.
Was that your observation that you were waiting on?
No, I was just saying, because it's a shorter episode anyway, we can just have both.
Oh, okay, fair enough. We are, you already got a special, so you have no shortage of content, and I'm going on vacation, so we already have to record 2 episodes this week. Yep. So, frankly, we don't have enough time.
And we don't have enough creativity to come up with, 3 topics in the span of 1 week?
It's too much.
It's too much.
Too many topics. So...
I'm not that interesting.
Here's an idea for a topic. What do you guys think about this? Game Club?
Game Club, baby!
Let's do it. Alright. Butcher Bay.
Are we in?
Butcher Bay.
In there.
We're in it.
We're in it.
Short, sweet, and to the point. Did you still have that observation? Or?
No, that was the observation. I already did the observation.
Very observant.
Excuse me?
How's that observancy? How would you turn that into an adjective? Observationalism? There's not a good way.
That just sounds like a really stupid religion.
Yeah. Okay, well, has your ability to observe things come in handy in the game thus far?
I wasn't able to see shit for about half this fucking game.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's all fucking dark.
Do you have a flashlight and you're shining?
I didn't remember the flashlight because I'm an idiot.
Did you turn up your...
Gamma?
I did. It don't help.
The game is very deliberately fucking dark when you're in the dark, which I like a lot.
Like once I realized that I forgot about the flashlight, it was okay.
Okay.
But the thing is, that happened about 2 minutes? Oh, actually, no. It happened in the section where you can't turn the flashlight off right before you get Riddick's special eyes.
Oh, right before you meet Pope Joe?
Yep. So there's no point in which I use the flashlight for its intended purpose.
Awesome. Sounds like you're really on the ball. Do you not... Am I the only person who every time I start a new game, I immediately go into the options and check every option and go to every control thing?
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys do that too?
No, you're the only one.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I went and checked.
No, he's the only one.
Well,
don't worry.
I'm the one who didn't have issues with the flashlight, so, well...
Well, even then, they told me how to use the flashlight.
Fair enough. You're right. You were too stupid for that.
Yeah, I mean, I just fucked up.
This is like me in the last episode of Uplink where there's a giant help button that I didn't click on.
Yeah. That was worse than this.
Yeah. This is just, it's kind of dark, not I can't play the game.
Alright, well...
I figured out the game. Go listen to Uplink, last episode.
Yeah, it really sounded like you had it nailed.
Yeah.
I did. I'm the one who hacked the bank.
I mean...
For 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So? I did it.
That's not successful.
Anyway, back to...
Lest we start at the end, so I really appreciate how right off the bat, as you're in the ship coming down onto Butcher Bay, they've already pretty much nailed the, lock-up banter.
Yeah.
And Vin Diesel's voice acting is pretty solid. Not that he's necessarily got a difficult character, but he adheres to it well.
Yeah, it's a nice rumbly voice. It's pleasant to listen to.
Yeah, there's kind of a soothing percolation to his tone.
Yeah. I like how he just talks to himself all the time, where he'll get in the dark and be like, "The dark. I like the dark."
Yeah, he does a good job of reiterating very basic character qualities of his sometimes. But by and large, I think the voice acting has ranged from bad in a funny way, be it the guards,
yeah,
or actually good.
I would also like to give some credit to the graphics because I was actually able to recognize John's immediately.
I was kind of blown away when it turned out to actually be John's because I thought it looked like John's, and then it turned out no, that straight up is him. So yeah, they did nail that. I didn't realize
what
at first.
2003, 2004?
It's 2004.
2004, yeah.
And we're all
12 years later.
Yeah.
We all playing the remake?
Yeah, the 2009 remake, which from what I've seen, it looks like aesthetically, it's by and large the same. Obviously textures are up-res, but I don't think
a lot about shaders.
That sounds like something that would definitely benefit, because the original game came out on the original Xbox, so lighting was not necessarily at its pinnacle per se. And lighting's a pretty important part of this game.
Or the lack thereof.
Yeah.
True.
I love the opening of this game.
Yeah, the opening of this game is cool.
Yeah, it was a cool way to like satisfy the needs of like a tutorial right off the bat, and give you like a little bit of meat to chew on in terms of some guards and that kind of thing.
Like
but
killing Johns right away.
Yeah, I was really like, what the fuck is going on here? That nap snack
That doesn't make any sense.
It looks pretty fucking visceral. Then
I felt very proud of myself because I'd already Riddicked my way behind Johns before the guy even told me to.
Yeah.
And I was just like...
I didn't do it at first because I thought like I was just supposed to still be watching the cutscene. I was just like very politely just being like, okay, take me to the prison, sir. And I was like, oh wait, this is Riddick. I just fucking snap his neck. Which like they continue that very briefly with like the, oh shit, the door's locked. Oh wait, I have a fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
Just blow the lock right off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was pretty smart, I thought, because...
And it was really satisfying too for, like, I imagine people who played the game are fans of the first movie.
Yeah.
And Johns is such a dick in the first movie.
Yes.
That it fulfills that need of like, man, I really want this guy to get his comeuppance.
Yeah, it wasn't enough that he got killed once.
Yeah.
We gotta do it again in the past. Which we'll get to it a little later, but there's already some like continuity stuff that I'm sure you guys are probably as confused about as I am.
Apparently, I was doing some reading. The continuity in this universe is pretty bad.
Okay, just kind of just not even remotely cohesive.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Wait, I'm not really seeing it. What
the eye shine stuff?
Yeah, we'll get to it.
Oh, I thought he just... I mean, he did get locked in the slammer. He did kill a few people.
He didn't pay 20 menthol cools to a surgeon to get his eyes surgically shined.
Oh wait, right? Yeah.
He
Oh
had
yeah,
a
it's
fucking
like Magic Man or
It
whatever.
was a spirit voice, and like this woman starts talking to his subconscious.
Do we want to transition to that or no?
I mean, I guess we could jump ahead since we're already in it at this point.
Because that's such an
Right,
integral part to his character.
Yeah,
It's... I don't know, maybe he just wanted to make it seem less fucking weird.
Well, I've read
Yeah.
online that apparently, like, he's... Because I was doing some digging, because I was like, this is
What the
fucking...
fuck is going on?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? Apparently, like, there's also some things in the expanded universe stuff where, like, maybe he's, like, an alien, and other aliens have gotten this mutation before or something.
Okay, so there's been like 3 different explanations.
Yeah, and so there's, like, every piece of media seems to have their own explanation
Wrinkles.
of why or how he got his
Okay.
Oh,
eye
hold
shine.
on. This whole situation is ridiculous.
It's
Yeah.
not bad.
Have I already done that one?
I don't think so. Maybe on the commentary.
I must have just done it in my head over and over and over again.
What's weird is in the beginning, though, it seems as if you have some sort of inherent dark night vision anyway, because of the lighting.
He ate a lot of carrots.
Yeah, exactly.
It might just be the game's lighting.
They've explained that. That's just literally just like a graphical indicator to tell you. It's just a way to tell you if somebody was looking at you, whether or not they could see you.
All right.
So you turn blue when it's dark enough for you to be looked straight at and not be detected.
Because that
You can still like shoot or turn your flashlight on, and even if you're blue, they'll see you because they see the flashlight or they hear your gun or whatever. But if they're just looking at your body and your screen is blue, you're safe.
I like that because I think a lot of other stealth games,
Especially like polygonal stealth games where it's like first or third person as opposed to top down.
like Assassin's Creed has its own way of telling you that you're invisible to people, like by having the little like HUD on surrounding you
Rings
on the bottom.
that fill up.
Yeah. But I don't think it's very effective, and Metal Gear is a little bit difficult just because of the controls are sometimes a little bit obtuse.
No, they're perfect.
Okay.
They're the best.
Keep in mind, he's only played the first 2.
Oh, right.
You're thinking MGS5, where they actually got that right.
Yeah.
Because you've just been playing modded MGS5.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. I agree. Like you said, a lot of them have settled on like indicators on every individual person, which while it's more informative, it also like kind of breaks immersion. Like this feels like a good compromise where I never am questioning what my stealth status is, but I'm also not having like indicators all over the fucking place.
Well, and I also think that this game benefits from it. It wants you to be a stealth game, and obviously because Riddick only has 4 little health bars.
I got to 5.
Yeah, I got to 5 too.
Oh, okay.
Did you not?
You didn't
No, I
sit in
did
the
later.
cool chair?
Oh, okay.
Wait, what cool trick? No, I didn't.
You sit in like this arcade cabinet that shoves spears into your chest. And
No,
gives
I
you
never
another-
got that.
Oh.
I walked past it, but I never thought that it like.
Oh yeah, those things upgrade your health meter.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
should totally go to that.
I wish I
It's-
would have done that.
It's really kind of poorly explained because literally the only reason I went into it was because I want to see what happens when he sits in the chair.
Yeah.
And
I think-
that was it.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like that thing looks crazy enough, and they probably thought that it would look crazy enough that people would just be like, "What the fuck is this thing?" And I did, and then I got a health upgrade.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Jordan's too jaded for the novelty of sitting in spinal adjustment arcade cabinets.
All right. Well, I was gonna say that because of the health system, that it's being played by this as a stealth game.
Yeah, you can
Mostly.
you have the capability to run and gun, but it won't last very long.
Yeah, and it's not like
which is
like,
honestly
you
kind of
have
reminiscent of MGS5.
you have enough like enough weapons and enough ammo, which I was surprised by. Like I would think that this game especially would be about ammo management, but it's not at all.
I wish this game was more stealth focused.
I found that with the exception of the guard or the prison riot chapter, I've done better in every section stealthing than I have combat wise.
Oh yeah, you do better, but it's like
it doesn't force you to.
No.
But like I think that's kind of true to Riddick as a character. Like he can take the straight up approach as well.
Yeah.
I mean he worked out for a reason.
I mean, he is wearing like a tank top as his only armor.
No,
So
well, you can get armor though.
I know
I wonder why they didn't just stop feeding Riddick.
I mean,
it's only been a day, really.
No, I
Who
mean,
knows
like,
how long
just
John's
in
has had
general.
just the directors.
No, just like, this isn't the first time he's been in prison, I'm sure.
Hmm.
Why didn't somebody just keep him from getting all those fucking gains?
Maybe
Who let him go to a fucking weight room?
Maybe he atrophies by like in every prison stay, but then when he serves his sentence, he goes out and immediately bulks back up. Maybe he just is that optimized.
Maybe he just kills people and eats them.
He just consumes their muscles and they get transplanted directly to his biceps.
Just slaps them right on.
Yeah. It's a pretty
He's
good
like
strat.
he's like the Stanley Cup where he's constantly adding to himself after each win.
Yeah.
Did you notice that there's a dynamic, like it's dynamic? It has like a dynamic difficulty where if you keep dying, it'll give you your health back over time.
No.
I was dying a lot because I'm like not great at stealth games. But I would have 1 health like constantly because I would just get caught and then shot a bunch.
Mhm.
But then I would die like 4 or 5 times. And then I'd come back with 2 bars, and I was like, "Oh, that's awesome!"
It's kind of interesting. I never noticed that because I'm not bad at the game, but that's cool for people like me.
Yeah.
I only had one major sticking point, and at that point I started with full health.
There is definitely a major sticking point, but it's after the like kind of free roam section of the prison, which I want to talk about.
I really like that.
That was super cool. Like I did not. Granted, I didn't know a lot about this game mechanically going in.
No, neither do I.
But my expectations, just based on like screenshots I had seen and having watched the movie, was probably more something along the lines of like maybe like an Uncharted in terms of structure, like mostly linear experience with the various sequences, but by and large you're like sneaking around and fighting people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like an hour or so, maybe not quite that, but like at least a half an hour, 45 minutes of you just like being in the prison and like kind of understanding the politics of that section.
It feels almost like a Dishonored type game or Deus Ex where
You got your hub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the hubs change, but you still have
Yeah.
like an area where you can do side quests.
Well, and I'm sure
and earn
if there
upgrades.
are sections like this in the future, we won't be back there because
No.
narratively it seems like we're going to keep going deeper and deeper into this prison until we find a way all the way out.
Mm-hmm.
They're just gonna end up letting us go because Jesus fucking Christ, Riddick.
Yeah, well, we just continue to piss off every branch of the establishment here. Like,
did we want to
or
like,
kill?
Did we want to like talk about the two like
Some of the antagonists.
players that we meet at like the beginning?
Yeah,
So the
Abbott.
first one's Abbott, and then Rust.
Rust is
I was gonna
the
say
gang
Hans.
leader.
yeah, the Achelan leader. Hans?
I can't.
Hoxie.
Hoxie. I couldn't. I don't have subtitles on, and I couldn't quite
Oh.
catch his name.
Okay, yeah. His name is Hoxie. He's the
Warden.
The Warden, yes, Warden Hoxie. At first, I didn't have the subtitles on either, so I thought they were calling him Hoxie, like Hawksy, and his name was Hawks, and they were just like, "Hey, Hoxie, how's it going?" But no, his name is Hoxie. And he's got like
I thought his name would be like Hoxton or something.
no, that is his last name is Hoxie.
Oh,
I
thought it was just.
It sounds like a pet name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You should change it.
Yeah. Abbott
Hit
is
him up. He seems to respond well to criticism.
Yeah.
Abbott is like your weird
Middle management.
weird middle management guy. When they're taking you into the prison, I got flashbacks to Arkham Asylum, and I thought that game like took influence from this, like because you have the credits and it's like starring blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
I really liked that credit intro where you're first person, you're being like dragged by each arm into the prison.
I made sure to stare stoically ahead.
Yeah,
because that's what Riddick would do.
Yeah, and it's nice cinematography. You could see like the long shadows spewing forth from your bodies. It's pretty cool.
And then Jordan over here, I imagine, was just like moving his mouse all over the place.
I'm playing on
Riddick
360,
spazzing
so I
out.
was moving my analog stick all over the place.
Moving his mouse and it wasn't doing anything, so he moved it even more.
Why isn't it working?
It's getting fucking broken.
Wow, nice Xbox 360. Don't even have PC support. Shitty console.
Don't even have PCs. But yeah, and then Rust is the leader of the Acheilans, the dominant gang in this section, and also the most annoying fucking boss
Yeah.
I've dealt with in a while. I feel.
Really? Was that your sticking point?
That wasn't my sticking point.
Okay.
I have a different one, but I did think that this
I
boss
think I know
fight
what
was
your
shitty.
sticking point is. I beat Rust in my first try because I'm good at games.
What did you do? What was your tactic?
Got very lucky. I was at like 10th of my final bar by the time I killed him, but I just kind of juked around, stabbed him.
Okay, so you were using the knife. I went to the trouble of looking up advice online.
I did too.
And apparently a lot of people felt they needed it because there are a lot of threads being like, "What the fuck do you do to kill Rust? Like he's insane." Because it's just a shiv fight.
Yeah, unfortunately, the mechanics of this game are, I think, really cool and really good. Like the first-person fighting mechanics.
I think they're well suited to you being the dominant one and facing off against multiple weaker enemies. But when it's you're facing against someone that's ostensibly equal power level to you, it's not really designed for that. It's not like fighting game levels of depth.
The counter system that's been in place so far throughout the game was able to take care of every one of the enemies.
Mm-hmm.
However, on Rust, it just doesn't work.
Yeah,
which really doesn't make any sense.
You basically kicked his ass in the cutscene 5 minutes prior, and I guess now he's more prepared or whatever. But the cutscene made it seem like you kind of made a fool of him, and here it's okay, well he's way stronger than everyone else and pretty much on equal footing with Riddick in terms of strength.
I really like the way that he how it gets into prison politics, where he
he's the rooster.
Yeah, where he where there's a guy who's go get my shiv, and then you're okay, I'll go get the shiv, and then it turns out to be an ambush.
Yeah, I would not last long in prison because I actually didn't think anything of
Neither
that.
did I.
And I was I gotta go get a shiv.
Where's my shiv? Hey, you two, you know where my shiv is? It's supposed to be right here. Oh, you want to fight? Okay, where's my shiv? I actually looked for it after I beat them up, and I was wait a minute. There never was a shiv! Why I oughta...
See, I think I would do well in prison, because I did fall for it. But then I used my incredibly powerful muscles and my well-trained body to beat them into submission without hesitation.
That is your asset.
That is my asset.
As well as Riddick.
So if I had the body of Riddick, I would do very well in prison.
Small caveat, but...
A little asterisk.
Yeah. An addendum.
That's what they'd call me in prison. Little asterisk.
What's up, little asterisk? I just call you little asterisk.
Did any of you guys do the side quests for the other people?
Yeah.
I've done a couple of them.
I did the one, like, the double side quest where you just kill Melina.
Yes.
That was pretty great, because actually I punched him out, and at first, I imagine that they want you to do that first so that you can get the,
Code?
you can get the code from them, and then you can also get the brass knuckles.
Yeah.
To make it easier to fight later on.
The knuckle dusters.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, come on, man.
But it was really funny because I punched him a bunch outside of his cell, and then we got shocked and got brought back to our cells, and I was like, oh, that was okay. I guess I have to like somehow sneak up on him and kill him. I can't choke him, so it won't let me do that. So I just like punched him a couple more times in his cell, and it was like, good job, you killed him. I'm like, I did?
One thing that was, speaking of the getting shocked by the turrets, like one thing that, it was really only a problem in this section, and the problem is even a bit of a stretch, but like the walk speed in this game is not particularly fast.
There's no
sprint outside of multiplayer, which apparently this game has competitive multiplayer.
Apparently the pitch black mode is fucking awesome.
Is that a game mode in the multiplayer?
Yeah, the pitch black mode is
like Michael Myers?
Yeah, no, because one person is Riddick, everybody else is regular people, and Riddick can, of course, see in the dark.
Yeah, that's kind of like Michael Myers.
I guess.
But they have guns, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they have guns, but whoever, I guess it is Michael Myers.
Yeah, okay.
Because then when they kill Riddick, then they become Riddick.
That's pretty cool. I wish that...
Is that canon?
Yes.
Yeah, it's you can only play that mode once.
They all wear...
canonically only happen once.
They all wear his skin afterwards. And become Riddick.
But yeah, so to circumvent, like, running all the way through the prison yard, I would just punch somebody and get tased, and then it teleports you back to your cell.
I didn't really have trouble with walk free, as they say.
They do.
Excuse you?
I literally only did it, like, twice. There's just...
I didn't even know you could get shocked. Like,
okay, yeah, if you commit any violence, even if you just punch and no one's around, but you press the left mouse button, you will get tased.
I was just punching a wall very devoted.
You must not have been in front of a camera, because you would have gotten tased and sent back to your cell.
I think there was one guy just watching me just like, oh. Wonder if he's okay.
But like the quests aren't designed in such a way that you have to do that much walking back and forth. There were just a couple times where it's like, go back to your cell for such and such, and I was just like, okay, tase, teleport back. I just thought it was kind of funny that was more convenient than walking.
How do you guys feel about the backtracking or whatever in this game? Because for me, I felt like I was getting lost a lot of the time. Like people would say like, go talk to this person. I'd be like, well,
the only time I got confused was go talk to Waman to get your shiv. And I was like, okay, I talked to Waman, I killed Melina, and then he's just like, good job, see ya.
Okay.
And then like you just have to walk to the Achelan corner or this block, and then you eventually just pick up a shiv there. But that was kind of weird.
I didn't have trouble. Like, they have names for everybody, so I kind of started to get a feel for people's names pretty early on. Which I appreciate that, like, literally every human character has a name. Like, even just random guards, they all have names.
Yeah, all the fucking rooms.
Yeah.
Did you guys buzz the room where the guy's singing a song about being a guard?
Yeah, I did. They really had a field day with some of the writing, which I really appreciate. Like, they don't give a shit about the tone when it comes to, like, some of the kind of intermission chapters of the game. It's literally just, like, some time for them to fuck around and, like, goof off in the recording studio.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, so you pretty quickly, like, work your way out of that hub section once you, like, plan your breakout. Yeah. And then...
You get to the infirmary.
Yeah, that specifically, once the prison riot kicks off, that's when I found like there was really no stealth opportunity whatsoever.
Yeah, it felt difficult to.
But like I feel like it works because light dark is such a huge component of the stealth in this game. It kind of telegraphs to you pretty immediately. Like if you walk into a room and there's no shadows anywhere, you pretty much know right off the bat, okay, this is a gunfight section. Yeah, you can, but not always.
Maybe I should restate that without yawning.
Yeah.
You can shoot the lights out.
Not a bad idea. But you can also aggro people by shooting the lights out, so it kind of depends on where people are.
It does work a lot better once you have the eyes.
Yeah, it's very difficult to do that in the beginning. Mm-hmm. But once you have the eyes, then that can become like one of your main methods of taking on a problem. It's kind of like Splinter Cell in that way.
Yeah, I like the detail of the flashlight allowing you to be detected, because then it makes it feel useful to get the eyes later on. And also then, because the eyes are so actually blinding if you look at lights, the flashlight is still sometimes useful if you're in situations with lots of contrast in one room. It doesn't feel like either is obsolete.
Yeah, I'd really like to draw attention to the effect of the the blindness that comes from looking at light things with those eyes on. Because it's perfect?
It's basically exactly what was in the movie, more or less, and it
works.
It works perfectly. It does hurt a little bit to look at, but not to the extent that it's I'm not getting eye strain after long periods of this game, because you're not using it in light.
Yeah, it's always just an oh shit.
Yeah, and you shut it off, and then you're
one
fine.
thing. Who decided that it should be the top key of the keypad?
It's also on Q.
What?
It's also on Q. You should really look at the control.
But they fucking told me, press the top key button.
You can also press down to use the flashlight, or you can press F like an adult.
It's G.
Oh yeah, right. I rebounded to F because F is a better flashlight button.
Oh, is it?
Because I looked at the control bindings and settings when I started the game.
What's better, F for flashlight or G for flashlight?
Up on the D-pad.
On the D-pad.
Jordan's got it down.
That was the right answer.
Actually, up on the D-pad is eye shine, and down on the D-pad is flashlight.
You're right.
It's X to fucking crouch in this game. Whose idea was this? If you're not gonna make sprint an option,
right.
Yeah.
I was like, you're fucking wrong.
Because you don't use the left analog, clicking the left analog stick for anything. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, that's weird to put such a core mechanic on a face button.
I suppose it's because they don't want to change it to the multiplayer.
Yeah.
But the right stick does melee.
Should be the back button.
Even if it was, you press the Xbox button too.
Oh god.
Even if it was going to be a face button, you'd think it would be B, because at least then you could be like, oh, Halo has B as crouch, and Call of Duty has B.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
I guess this was 2009 when this came out, so not
2 years after COD 4. That's
but I feel like this was a little 2008, 2009 is when people started to be like, all right, if you haven't put fucking COD controls or something, or clicking the right stick to crouch, then you're fucking up. This is just that point.
I guess I could see how it might be on the edge of it, but it's still it was still a little bit late to be putting a weird thing like that in.
I can agree. It's a bit ridiculous.
But yeah, so the riot section, I feel like the shooting is totally acceptable.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
There's nothing special.
I like the part when you're going on when you're behind cover and you gotta aim up over.
Yeah, they do take into account where your gun is positioned. It almost feels a little bit like a third person shooter in that sense, where your physical gun level.
Killzone vibe.
Yeah, for sure. The single player Killzone where you actually have a cover mechanic, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, Battlefield the newer Battlefields have kind of a cover system like this, except so
with lean built in and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's also, so what is your lean button? Do you have one?
Lean is LB, so it works pretty well.
That seems like a great
because zoom is LT, and you don't really need it in this game.
Ours is V and then WASD.
Yeah, I bound it to a thumb button on my mouse, one of my 3 thumb buttons. So I just put that.
3 thumb buttons. That must be really nice.
It is pretty nice.
Yeah, that must be great. I only have 2.
I don't use it a
second class
ton,
citizen.
but it is handy. I guess this is kind of like the stars aligning because both your peeking over the cover comment and the lean mechanic were both relevant to my experience with that mech fight.
Yeah, that was your sticking point?
That was my sticking point.
That was my sticking point.
It was a pretty sticky point, if I do say
didn't-
so
I
myself.
died like twice, but once I got like I felt like I got the hang of it early on of like, okay, I'm gonna just hang out and cover and then just wait.
Easy money.
Well,
Easy game.
you're the one who didn't
life.
have trouble on Rust, and we both did. So.
Oh, that's because I'm the best at games.
So
That's fine.
you walk into
I'm
this,
not easy game, easy life, Jordan.
Alright.
So it's okay if I have an easy time.
You walk into this well-lit room with lights you can't shoot out. Actually, technically, you start at a checkpoint that is
Yeah.
behind a gas stream that you have to
4
shut
guys.
off with a valve, and you have to fight your way through 4 dudes. One of which throws a grenade that has the world's biggest blast radius.
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
fuck is up with that?
And it damages you through walls
Yep.
around corners.
That
and
is
shit.
weird.
Like, I managed to get away from it only by, like, memorizing exactly when he throws it.
So
And, like, you like, gingerly, like, creep forward, and then he's like, grenade! Turning around and then walking at full speed to the other end of the hallway, and you can just barely get out of the blast
are you
radius.
guys is this where your checkpoint is?
That is the
Yeah.
checkpoint, is by
Okay.
that gas stream.
I don't know if it's different for me because my checkpoint is there's a health station
Yeah.
right before
You'd
that.
think they would put the
Yeah,
checkpoint
what
by
the
the
fuck?
health station.
For me, it was at the health station.
Okay, well that's smart.
I don't know if they changed it for Xbox. I don't see why because I think these
yeah.
both
It's,
came out at the
I mean,
same
these
time.
these ostensibly are the same version of the game, but I don't know. Maybe the Xbox one came out a little bit later, and they just made some weird finishing touches.
Or I don't know if there's like if there's an autosave.
No,
like
there's no
every
quick
10
save.
minutes. Okay.
Which there is
Well,
a quick load.
Yeah, there's a quick load though.
And I was excited because I was like, oh,
Why?
cool. Okay, I can save scum. I can be an asshole. But no, that's not an option.
That's
Which, like,
dumb.
It was in the original version of the game.
really?
Quick save.
Yep, there's quick save in the
What the
original.
fuck?
Butcher
Okay,
Bay.
so speaking of, like, I talked about how the differences wouldn't be that big. And, like, in the grand scheme of things, they're not that big. Because, like, the checkpoint, in pretty much every other respect, I found the checkpointing to be very strong.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
frequent and forgiving. This was just kind of an inexcusable instance of them putting a checkpoint before a fight, before a boss,
Yeah.
which
So
is just, that's never...
did you guys like
That
ever-
only works in Dark Souls because they
Yeah.
designed the game around it. This game is not designed around it.
Did
They
you-
put a health station there. They clearly wanted that to be like a reset point.
Did you guys like get the health or
Yeah, I mean, we
Okay.
have health. It's just,
I don't know if
if you fail on the boss, you have to do that shit over, and I
Huh.
had 1 hit point at that section, at that checkpoint.
This
so
took me like 12 tries until I eventually just bumped the game down to easy because I was actually... You know when I get into one of my moods?
No, please tell me about your moods, Brett.
Well, I got into one of my moods and I was just sitting there going, this game is fucking
I
garbage.
thought you would get because I got into that during Rust, and I thought you would have gotten into that during
He
Rust.
breezed through it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I warned you guys.
Oh.
Like I was like, look out, because that boss was like
I
one of the
thought
hardest bosses.
I
in a
honestly
game I've
thought
ever
you were
fought.
talking about the mech.
No.
Yeah.
Like afterwards, because the mech was just abysmal.
Yeah, so you did 12 tries.
I eventually...
Did you figure it out? What you're
like-
supposed to do?
I kind of just shot it in the back till it died.
Yeah, so apparently the back is the weak point on this enemy. At no point do they make any attempt to articulate that to the player.
Really?
No.
Because he was talking to me a lot. Like every time I shot him, he's like, "Oh no, not my back."
Really?
Yeah, like
I
all
never
the
had
time.
any voice lines like that. I did like 4 or
He-
5 tries, and then I'm like, what the... So the reason I was using the lean to like try to bait him into a position where he was on the other side of a box and then aggro him. And then I used your reach over cover and shoot thing because the mech has a very rigid posture and his arms are like at chest level with guns pointed out. And he can't raise his arms, so he can't shoot over boxes. So I would
Really?
just sit on the other side of a box that he was walking into while shooting the box and just over the top of the box. And I was like, okay, this is cheesy, but I figured it out. I'm gonna win. And after dumping like literally 40 shotgun rounds into him, I'm like, I've got to do some other thing, don't I? There's some gimmick to this. There's a puzzle mechanic. I can't just do damage to him. So I looked it up, and it's like, oh, shoot him in the back. None of the voice lines ever had anything to do with him being shot in the back. And I tried flanking him, but like he turns so fast that you can't just like run around him.
Yeah.
You have to lose aggro by like hiding in one of the two corners that have
For
shadows.
2 minutes?
It's
It's
an unreasonable
long,
amount of time.
yeah.
But so once I looked it up and knew what to do on that time, I did it on my first try by just, when I cleared out the room, I immediately hid in the shadows while he comes down from that elevator. And then he was just like, where the fuck is Riddick? And he just kind of wandered to the other side of the room, and then I just came up from behind, 4 shots in the back, and he was dead.
I was always using stealth, like, just whenever I would get into a room and I'd see shadows, I'd be like, I'm going over to those.
Yeah.
So, and I guess I had a lot more room to experiment because I had this checkpoint right here.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, for me, it was, like, as soon as I killed these guys, I saw the mech, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go hide.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was just coming up behind people anyway, to, like, I would get seen, and then he would go over to me, so I'd move around and then come up behind him. And a couple times I actually tried to melee him.
Yeah, I tried that too.
Yeah.
After so many attempts of shooting him in the fucking back, only for him to turn around and just go, "You're dead."
Yeah.
I thought, okay, maybe there's a takedown or something.
Yeah,
maybe
reach in and pull out his gears.
Yeah, and there isn't.
No.
You just punch him, he just turns around and goes, "What the fuck are you trying to do?"
You fucking idiot.
Yeah, and then he shoots
Well,
you
like,
to death.
for me, left trigger is the stealth kill, and right trigger is just punch. Like, so I was doing left trigger on him, so it was me walking up behind him and using defend.
Huh. That's weird, because if we're stealthing, left mouse is quick stealth kill, and right mouse is slow stealth kill that's quieter. I don't even think you can punch while crouching.
Okay.
Maybe you can if there's nobody near you, but like if you're by someone that's turned around, no matter which trigger you use or mouse button, it is a stealth kill.
It will be a stealth kill for
quiet.
me. Does Riddick, like, he doesn't have his arms up, and then once you get close to somebody, he'll put his arms up to where now you know, I'm close enough to do a stealth kill?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think in my tutorials, because I've looked at the controls, and it says that right trigger also does a stealth kill, but I've never tried it, because in the beginning it was like, just use left trigger, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, one of them should be the quiet one, and one should be the fast one. I'm pretty sure that's the same.
I guess left trigger might be the quiet one then.
I pretty much always go quiet unless there's only one person in the room.
Yeah.
I
always go fast, because I figure that's what Riddick would do. He's a fast guy.
He's also a quiet guy, though. Remember when he was sniffing at that woman's hair?
Yeah, but... Imagine I broke Josh's neck.
Is there a...
That was fast.
Is there a drop-down kill?
No. Which, that would be kind of cool.
Maybe that's in Assault on Dark Athena. Because I feel like I remember something like that.
Okay.
Or maybe it's just such a staple of the genre by now that I want there to be.
This is kind of apropos of nothing, but it just reminded me, like, thinking about drop-down kills. Like, I really liked that first time. This is way back. Like, this seems irrelevant, but I just wanted to get it out there. Like, when you're climbing on those grate, like you're hanging from the grates overhead, and it does like the camera view top down.
That was good.
It actually reminded me a lot of the cinematography of the movie, where you're like watching Riddick watch other people that don't know they're being watched. I thought that was pretty effective at capturing the tone of Pitch Black, at least.
I kind of wish they just looked up and been like, "Is that Riddick?"
And then he just goes,
"Yeah, okay, bye, Riddick."
But so other things that were changed between the 2004 version and the 2009 version. Apparently, you used to be able to stealth past the mech. Did either of you guys try going to the elevator when he wasn't looking and pressing the button?
No.
I should have, but I didn't.
I did, because I thought maybe that was what you're supposed to do. I was like, oh, maybe this is like a non-aggression thing. You're just supposed to stealth past them. And you press the button, and it has the prompt. It says, press action key for elevator. And you press it. Nothing happens.
Do anything?
No, nothing happens. And then if you kill him, then you press it in the elevator.
I don't know why they would take that out.
That was in the original version. That makes way more sense for, like, the Riddick archetype. Like,
Riddick would just be like, fuck this.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time fighting this guy. Because it's not even like he's got a vendetta against this guy. Like, he doesn't care if this dude dies unless it's just as a means to an end.
Yeah, like he's looking to get out of prison. He's not looking to kill
Everyone.
guard number 8022.
Like,
Yeah,
I wonder if these mechs are used later on.
I'm sure.
So
you know there's going to be a fight with two of them.
I wonder if they
You know
if
there
they
is.
wanted to introduce them to you and be like, okay, you have to shoot them in the back.
Well, they
So
made a
here you
bad
go.
first impression.
Yeah, I don't.
They're going to make a worse second one. I'm already dreading it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the silver lining of this is that, like, this is really the only part I can think of. Like, Rust was annoying, but, like, I got it down.
Oh, the next part for me was extremely annoying.
Really? Because this was the only part for me that I found to be really even frustrating. Like, the rest of the game, I was pretty consistently having a good time.
This one,
personally.
this next part. So the next part that you go into is, you go back to the cell blocks, and now everybody's
Freaking the fuck
out.
And you're armed.
Yeah, and it's dark, really dark.
Yeah.
And there's there are turrets on the walls.
Yeah.
And with cameras, and I was getting shot like every time because I don't have the eye shine yet. I can't see the turret
They've got a
cameras.
little yellow dot on them.
It's not very visible, at least on the
Okay.
Xbox. Like
That's a
you're
shame.
right up on your computer screen.
Fair enough.
Both of you. I mean, I don't know. Did you have trouble on this, Brett?
I forgot about the flashlight, so you put two and two together.
I mean,
on that
like,
one.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice I was getting shot by the cameras till like the
Yeah,
third
like
death.
there's specifically one.
Well,
like,
they do.
Oh, jeez.
You okay?
Nope. I'm gonna die.
You got choked up by Riddick. Cool.
Yeah, oh, it's really.
To be fair, at the beginning of this section, there is specifically an overhead announcement in a robotic voice that says "Switch turret from tranquilizer to lethal."
Okay.
I had subtitles on for that, and I somehow managed to ignore that, and the sound, and everything else.
Well, that's
And
fine because
the
there's actually
prompts.
like a person who gets shot by them, like when.
Yep.
That's fine because you missed something else.
Yeah.
I ignored that too.
No, I was gonna say like I caught it like, oh, there's
Yeah.
going to be turrets down there, but I just like
That's
It's
fine.
so-
I caught it.
it's so dark in this section. Like I would walk around a corner, and because you don't have a lot of health in this game, I would walk around the corner and not see the camera that was that was on my right,
It's practically
right next
pitch
to me.
black.
and just die instantaneously. I was like, what the fuck, game? Like you didn't even tell me.
Yeah, I don't know. The
and-
only one that got me personally was at the very end where you get to
That one got me.
You get to the dead end in that tiny little room at the end of that hallway, and there's one in like the back left corner from the door you came in. That one's just a cheap one. They just put
That
that
one
in.
actually didn't get me. That's probably the only one.
Okay, that one killed
like-
me.
I like the sound of the bullets is so quiet, and like when I was just walking down there, I was just like, "What am I getting? Am I getting stung by bees?"
They want to kill the prisoners, not give them tinnitus.
I genuinely thought I was getting stung by bees. Like that's kind of where my head went, and I was like, "What do I do about these bees?"
It's just a fucking.
It's like the swarm
Fucking
gun from
bitch.
Half-Life.
Hated
Oh, that was
it.
a cool gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Once I figured out the turrets, this section was easy game, easy life, Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For once.
Well, congratulations.
And it's a good feeling.
Yeah. Nice to be on top.
Of course, at this point, I was still bumped down to easy.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
it was easy game,
Yeah.
easy.
Huh. All right.
Whoa.
No, I just
You want to
said-
explain that a little
I
bit?
just
huh?
said, huh, all right.
Huh?
That's,
Huh?
I think he's calling you out,
I
Brett.
think he's calling me out.
I think shots were fired.
I think we're gonna need another multiplayer meetup.
I wish. The fucking master server's dead, and I don't think there's a way to play this game without going to the master server.
Game Ranger, maybe.
Actually, yeah, you might be right.
You want to look into it?
I might look into that. It would have to be after episode 3,
Yeah.
just because of scheduling, with me being out of town
Thanksgiving
and stuff.
Shenanigans.
With everybody.
Yeah,
I don't know
holidays
if
and
yeah.
vacations and shit.
Thanksgiving, one of the few holidays I actually have to care about.
Food is good.
Food is good.
We just go to buffets, and it's the same buffet every year, and they don't have all you can eat dessert.
What's the
What is the point?
Fuck. So you get to the courtyard, I guess you call it. What would that
The
be?
pit?
It's the.
Well, it's like the entrance
It's
to
the
the pit.
recreational area.
The recreational area. Thank you, Joe.
Next to the pit. That's a weird
where they
place
just
for-
throw people
Yeah,
in.
well, it was closed before. You have to open it up.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's like I can imagine someone just playing basketball and the ball just falls in the pit. You're just-
Well, it's not
You
open.
just hear
most
it
of the
like
time.
deflate down there. But I mean, it's always been a facet of his character, but I didn't until this moment realize how truly committed Riddick was to his one-liners.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
my god.
He-
But it's such a good one.
it is.
It's super well done.
He tackles this guard that starts shooting at him and disarms him. He sprints forward, tackles him into the pit, not a moment after saying, "It's not the fall that gets you," and then slams down using him as a cushion. It's the sudden stop at the bottom. So stupid, but so great.
It is good.
It was just so inappropriate given the tone of like how many guns were being shot at him and how much suffering and anguish was going on in the world. And he's just like workshopping the best line for
What
this.
can I say? What can I say? What can I say?
Like, this is like a really good.
Watch your fall. No, that doesn't even make sense.
Riddick is a really good successor to Commando, and other Schwarzenegger movies.
Yeah, it does have kind of that 80s action movie vibe,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of like Vin Diesel as a whole. You could say his career has kind of tones of like a revival of that era of action star in a way. So it works.
Man, Vin Diesel's a cool dude.
Yeah.
Should we get him on the podcast or just send this to him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
I'm
we
sure
get
he
Vin
would
Diesel
love-
as a guest star?
He's probably not busy. He's got nothing.
Yeah,
going on.
whatever.
He's
He doesn't
just,
mess
how
up
many
his
lines
voice.
is he doing for Guardians of the Galaxy? I am Groot.
Groot 3. Groot take 4.
We need you to say I am Groot this time.
Just want to get us to watch Last of the Witch Hunters with him.
God.
I would love to do that.
I would do it.
Oh yeah, it
I
would
don't
be.
know if I'd love to.
Well, I would love to do
Vin
it.
Diesel, okay, listen, dude, I'll do it.
I wouldn't love the movie, but I would love to watch that movie with Vin Diesel.
I know.
Just giving you all the secret facts.
He'd be so excited, I bet.
Yeah.
So into it.
So yeah, despite how verbose he was in the moment, not 3 seconds later, he has nothing whatsoever to say about the fucking zombies that show up.
Yeah, I think he's just kind of like,
They're mutants.
I've seen this shit.
I guess. I was not expecting this.
Me
I thought
either.
that
I
pretty
like
much-
how they fucking explode. That's what
It's
surprised
the
me.
most satisfying
Yeah, they jib
moment
pretty well.
in the game.
And
I
you
was
can
just
get 2 of them in one pull.
yeah. Like,
Top
granted,
tier.
you see aliens in Pitch Black, but like, I kind of, the way they handle it in that movie kind of makes it sound like it's more of a novelty. Like, it's not commonplace to come across non-human species. But here, I mean, I guess they were at one point human.
Yeah.
Yeah, like maybe
They're called the Dwellers, and it seems like they were like irradiated or something.
Yeah, it looks
that.
like the bottom of this pit has like some sort of radioactive substance at the bottom, like
Mhm.
blue radioactive.
It looks
goo.
really tasty.
Mhm. Yeah, blue raspberry flavor. I bet.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so you kind of shotgun your way through these guys. Section's nice palate cleanser, I suppose. It wasn't particularly hard, but like
Yeah, I liked
Yeah.
it.
you
I
gotta
like
keep
that-
your eyes on all sides.
I like that they say like at the beginning, the shotgun only has an estimated 5-minute flashlight life.
Yeah, I liked that. I was also like, why?
The
And
fault
I
then-
is
don't think
hard,
that's
Josh.
even actually true.
It is.
They do, if after a minute it was like 5 minutes left.
Yeah, but it never updated after that, and I
It
felt
did
like
for
I
me.
spent 5 minutes more in the segment without.
It was like
figuring out.
4.
It might have been better than you thought you were, Brad.
I don't think I did the whole segment in 1 minute.
It's not that far.
Well, you would have only had to do it in 1 minute and 59 seconds.
Oh, is that when the next thing
Well, every
is?
minute it'll tell you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well no, like I only heard the 5-minute one, and then after that I never got another update.
That's what I'm saying. You would have had 1 minute and 59 seconds to do the mission and only get one
Oh,
update.
I see.
Anyway, it was just kind of weird because then afterwards, like, nothing is done to address the shotgun flashlight.
I mean,
Like,
mine,
there's no reason why it should have been fixed. now.
yeah, mine ran out of battery
Mm.
once I went back to Pope Joe or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, it
Oh.
actually, like, I went through the, so in this section you meet, like, kind of like a minister type dude.
I mean, I
A
guess.
minister of weird shit.
He's a
Pope
pretty
guy.
eccentric character. He's got, like, makeup and some, like, kind of tribal garb. It was weird. I
Yeah,
didn't really
it's
understand why.
I mean, I assume that he's been living in this place for a while, and he maybe
Yeah, I
lost
guess he's just, like,
his sanity a
kind of
little
becomes
bit.
senile, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, he says he wants you to get his blessed voice box,
Mhm.
which is a radio that broadcasts propaganda.
Yeah,
Is
which,
he very Mad Max?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that,
Like out of fucking nowhere.
Actually, yeah, you're kind of right. It did have that vibe, especially with like the like pseudo-religious overtones.
Yeah.
But like so you really didn't have the flashlight on the shotgun?
No.
Because this is what confused me.
For
He
me,
gives you flares.
I had the flares,
Yeah.
so I used the flares, but I went walking,
Yeah.
and then I had the flashlight up till I got the voice box. Like, I ran out before I got the voice box, and I was like, shit. Oh yeah, I have flares. So I started using the flares,
Okay.
but I can confirm you can run out of the flashlight, which is cool. I like that they stuck with that.
Yeah, I wonder if it just like glitched for me or something, because I feel like I had it on for like 10 minutes while I was doing the voice box shit, and I never had it go out or get another notification.
Were you turning it
Yeah,
off
same.
at all?
No, I had it
You
up the
can't
whole
turn
time.
it off.
Oh, you can't.
It's on forever until it's not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The switch is stuck.
I don't know if maybe it was a glitch. I don't know, because I mean, it definitely.
Yeah.
They said it had a battery life, so I'm gonna believe
Maybe
it.
maybe they just went, hey, people on the PC version, they deserve better.
PC Master Race, flashlight never dies.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just weird because they
give me
give
flares
you
and-
they give you flares, but my flashlight was still working, and then you immediately get the radio and bring it back, and then you get your eye power. So it's like, what the fuck am I going to do with these flares? I guess maybe later there'll be like a mechanic where I have to distract some enemies with a flare or something.
No.
But we don't even have flares in our inventory right now because we've been Metroided by now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just felt weird that they had flares as an item, but they give them to you right before you get an upgrade that makes flares utterly pointless.
Yeah.
Like, literally, if you're slow, 10 minutes before that. But probably not.
So this is the section that we were talking about earlier, where he gets his eyes shined.
Yeah,
Motherfucker lied to us. No,
I
just
mean,
kidding.
yeah, so Riddick is like, what the fuck did you do to me? Because he thinks that Wall...
Yeah, time froze.
Yeah.
It was a little weird.
This was weird.
This whole section was weird. It was like he had like a trippy, like waking dream sequence where, as Pope Joe was sewing up his arm, that's why we wanted to help Pope Joe. Our arm was gashed up.
He's apparently a surgeon.
Yeah. He's sewing up our arm, and then suddenly everything turns all purpley, and then this woman is speaking in our mind. Was there ever a voiceover from this woman beforehand?
Never.
I couldn't remember. I didn't think so.
I actually accidentally skipped this cutscene somehow.
Oh.
By
Did you rewatch it?
Yeah, I went and rewatched it, but
Okay.
apparently, like, I hit the Xbox button to go make a note, and then
Apparently.
when I unhit it, it was like, "Oh, you skipped it. Somehow you got your eye shine." I'm like, I don't know how I got my eye shine. What?
Oh, by the way, bzzz.
But I was very, very weirded out by this voice.
I hope they explain this later. Like, please don't just let this be a weird interjection. Because, like, if anything, it would have been easier to have it be in line with the canon of Pitch Black.
Yeah.
Or at least, like you said, maybe he lied about it. I don't remember enough of the sequels to know if that's true. But, like, assuming that what he says in the movie about having paid in prison to get his eyes shined so that he could see in the dark is true, why the fuck didn't they just go with that version? Because that makes way more sense in the context of this game as well, and it would have been just as easy to be like, oh, get me my radio and I'll shine your eyes for you because you're down in the pit and it's fucking dark in the pit and you probably want to see in the pit.
Like, maybe I think... Because
I already forgot what the fuck they say.
Because it's like
She talks about, like, destiny or something?
he's like,
Yeah,
you haven't
it's
been
always
able...
fucking Destiny.
She says, like, oh, you haven't been able to see.
Yeah,
You've been
now you
blind to
see
this entire-
clearly.
Now you see clearly.
Yeah, and I think what triggered it was Pope Joe saying something about, like, opening your eyes to the bigger picture or whatever, like,
Yeah.
seeing what is unseen.
And it's not even
then he has the
clear.
vision.
It's not even clear if Pope Joe is the one who did it.
Well,
or
he
if
denies
it is this
it,
woman.
and it also, like, doesn't... Like, even outside of his... Of Riddick's, like, kind of delirium after this freaky shit happened to him, from a third-party perspective, it doesn't seem like Pope Joe had anything to do with it, really.
Yeah.
No.
Like, that's what the directing seems to imply.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know, like, I was just left completely unimpressed by this thing. 'Cause it's just like every other dumb fucking prophecy bullshit.
yeah,
It's just, oh, you have eyes to see. Whoa, give you your magic juju power.
I think it's real. Like, I think the story of him getting his eyes in Pitch Black is really, really cool.
Yeah,
and
it's way cooler.
It
Yeah.
fits in line with his character of, like, yeah, in order...
I made this sacrifice for my own goals,
Yeah.
like so that I could be a more efficient murdering machine.
In prison, it's
And
really
badass.
it's really fucking dark. So I use this to have an edge on everyone else.
Yeah, and I get to wear cool goggles.
And it was probably super painful because I'm Riddick and I'm kind of a dick to myself.
Yeah, if it was just like if the scene instead was just like Pope Joe gives him a rag soaked in rum to chew on, to bite down on, while he just fucking drills into his eyeball, and he's just like, "Argh," and he muscles through
Yeah,
it.
like, you know what? You can still work in the mysticism angle. He's in so much pain, time feels like it's stopped, and then, destiny.
Yeah.
I could have done without that anyway.
Yeah, no, I could have done without it, but if that is something that investors were like, we need the destiny in this.
The shareholders say that, Destiny's really big with the millennials, so we gotta slip that one.
How do you like the speaking of the menthol cools? How do you like the
collects?
the collectibles?
I can't wait to get what is it? I can't wait to get my accomplishment score from all of these collects. If you go into the menu, they refer to the achievements as accomplishment and the collectibles as collects.
That's pretty great.
It's like a fucking Russian studio translated all the menus. Those are the only two things that are weird, though.
Speaking of the menus,
No?
is it just me or the menu's really fucking cool?
Yeah, with that weird box thing.
Yeah.
It's like a trippy cyber Rubik's Cube
Yeah,
deal.
it's fucking awesome.
I don't know if that's in like Chronicles of Riddick or something.
It doesn't really seem reminiscent of anything from the movies that I remember, but...
You guys ever seen Hellraiser?
Yeah.
It's the cube from that.
Oh, yeah.
That was a joke.
Wasn't funny.
I'm joking.
The menus are pretty cool, but the map is pretty much useless.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I forgot about the map.
The map almost looks like it's from a roguelike. Like, it actually looks like it's ASCII art, because it's just white lines printed onto the cubes in the menu.
Maybe it's him making his map as he goes along.
The game,
He's got a little grid.
Yeah, you have to draw your own maps in real life to play the game.
That'd be interesting.
Also, man, play some old school dungeon crawlers.
Yeah,
I did.
Do it again.
Okay.
But yeah, so the eyeball shit is cool. They found a good middle ground with it, like letting you toggle it. Like, also doesn't fit in with the lore, but like that's a compromise that I can get behind.
Yeah.
Like, it makes sense because he grabs the goggles off of Pope Joe's desk. So in my mind, they're just neglecting to animate him pulling the goggles up and down from his forehead.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
What?
I didn't get the point of the goggles till just now.
Like, in the character at all?
Yeah.
You thought he was just like into steampunk?
I thought it just looked cool.
Oh, yeah.
No.
They are basically sunglasses.
Yeah.
Actually, they're more like a welding mask.
Yeah. Well, they are welding goggles.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, now you know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I like these really get like the 90s kind of weird purpley
trippy music video.
Yeah,
aesthetic.
really. They really nailed that.
Yeah, for sure. And then you get a cool little playground section right off the bat in the showers to mess around with them, kill some security
I
guards.
shot all the lights out. From this point on, I shot every light out.
Yeah, it's pretty.
You can turn
useful.
them off. You can just turn
Well,
their
once
light
in a
switches
while.
to turn them
I
off.
actually prefer turning them off when I can because they'll freak out and go to the light switch, which makes it easy to... like, one of them will be like, oh, let me get the light. Something must have fucked up. And then they come over, and then I just kill him. And the other one's like, where'd he go? And he comes over, and I kill him.
The other one's just like, Riddick's here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, better go make sure.
I should probably leave.
Did you guys find the security outfit in the lockers?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you miss that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just fight your way through that section if you
Oh,
want.
I did.
Oh, why?
I fucked up.
Why did you bother? Oh, you fucked up. Okay.
Like, I don't know what the fuck happened, but I got the clothes on, and I was like, now I can look like the gods.
Did you jump on a box?
No,
Okay.
I just walked outside, walked into a dude, and he went, you're not a guard.
What?
And then everyone started shooting me, and I was like,
That's weird.
It actually... So, I had a few times where... Because I went through this section and I was trying to go through it stealthily. Because, like, as soon as I put on the guard's clothes, I was like, oh, it can be disguised.
Yeah.
But
There's some hitman in this game,
Yeah.
surprisingly.
But before, I had killed one of the guards, and then the other guard ran back. So if he runs back there, he'll warn everybody else.
That makes sense.
So I
just had a glitch.
I had fucked up.
No, I think I just had a very astute guard.
No, because like if you
use an enforcer.
It's like if they like hear you at all or whatever, you shoot a gun like in that earlier section, they'll be alerted to it. Because I was trying all sorts of things to be like, how can I get these guards to trust me?
There may have been a spot of shooting.
Yeah, I can imagine. That actually, you might have hit the nail on the head there, Jordan, because I didn't shoot anyone in the showers. I stealth killed.
I had shot before, and then I was like, oh, they know that I'm a guard. Not a guard, and then I tried a few times without shooting. And
I like to imagine I was just soaked in blood.
You're not a guard.
I'm a very good guard. You should have seen what I was guarding you from. I'm drenched in it right now.
Weren't you in the showers?
Showers are broken. Pipes. The monsters got the pipes. That was what
riot, man.
Yeah.
There's a riot.
Did you hear
this
about
is in the guard only zone?
Riddick has been fucking with the pipes and spilling blood on all the guards.
He filled all the pipes with blood
and then pointed them at the guards.
How did you like this section where you just got to fucking hang around if you
just chill for a while?
Stealthed your way through it.
I really like this section. I hope they come up with more excuses to have you like disguised as enemy factions, because it gives you another instance of like the prison cell section of just like getting to explore and talk to people.
There was one guy I was able to just talk to.
Yeah.
And he was just like, hey man, what's up? And I was like, not much.
That's funny.
While all his friends were dead around him. And then I shot him in the head.
Nice. You probably didn't see it because everyone was aggroed, but like Jordan, don't you love that box that they're hanging out around?
Yeah.
You probably saw the box that like the elevator door is like closing.
Oh
on.
yeah.
There's a couple guards, like middle management guys, that are just staring at it, just like shaking their head and like, you can tell they're very displeased.
Do you know what they actually did?
What?
What they did is, if you go up to them, they start talking about, there's a guy stuck in the elevator. So they put that box there, and then I talk to them, and they're like, you better not fucking say anything.
Oh, they told me that. They didn't tell me about the guy in the elevator.
No, they locked somebody in the elevator by using the box.
Okay, I thought they were just embarrassed because they got a box stuck in the elevator door. But yeah, they're just like, do not fucking say a word about this. And I was like, I mean, I don't care, but this is funny. I'm gonna watch for a little bit.
Somebody is totally stuck in there, and he's like, come on, guys, you gotta let me out.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. They
wow, he's gonna be stuck there forever, though.
Yeah. Quite possibly, literally.
I just shot him to get all of his friends to death. Lucky him.
Yeah. So you end up going. I was a little conflicted about the retinal scanner thing. Like, it seemed silly that you had to use the retinal scanner to trigger being able to go to the next section, because obviously the retinal scanner is not going to have Riddick's eyeballs in the database.
And it aggroes everybody to you.
Yeah.
It only aggroed one guy to me because I killed everyone else. Wait, does that aggro literally everyone to you?
No, it only aggroes like 3 people.
Yeah.
Because you continue being stealthy after that, which was also a little weird. I guess nobody had a radio.
What I did is there's actually like a corner that you can hide in that's dark. So I just sat in the corner and I was blue the entire time, and the guy came up to me, he was like, what the fuck is going on? This retinal scanner. I was like, I don't know. I'll just turn the corner and walk out your door, and alright.
I used the retinal scanner 5 times.
Perfect. Did any of you guys get the better armor here?
Yeah.
Better armor?
Yeah. There's guard armor as opposed to just the civvy outfit. And you can also buy armor at the shop.
Yeah.
There's a shop?
It doesn't matter.
Well, you killed everyone, so no.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter because you get it taken away later on, so it's like, what's the point?
Did you guys get the vent tool?
Yes.
Okay.
Nope.
It's in such a weird
spot. It's out of the way, really badly.
You know that room, you might not even be able to remember it just because it's like really nondescript, but there's a room that is littered with those doors that have the doorbells so you can chat with people in their apartments or whatever.
Used every single one of those.
In the back 2 corners are little pits. There's like, it's weird. They're like railings.
The grating is off of these like railing sections.
There's literally just like, it's like a Minecraft trash can where you just put lava at the bottom of a like cubic pit. It is literally just like that. There's a railing in the corner of the back left and back right corner of the room, and they both have pits. And if you jump down them, there's a room down there that is also just, it's not even like behind the scenes. It's just another room like the one you were just in, but one floor down, and there's a tool in it that lets you open up the vents.
Yeah. Well, fuck me.
So you can get a couple, like, there's a cigarette box you can get from it, but there's also, that's where you can get one of the guard uniforms. One of the vents that you can get to in the room with the, eyeball scanner, you know, when you jump down to that black section on the other side of the room, there's no fucking way to get out if you don't have the vent tool.
Really?
So I had to quick load, because the first time I went down there...
I was able to get out of it.
I was desperately... How? How did you get out?
I just jumped.
I was desperately clambering and, like, pressing the action button and stuff. I couldn't get out of there.
Were you jumping and pressing the action button?
Yeah. I don't know.
I got out of it.
I couldn't get out of it. I was like, what the fuck is...
I can confirm that you can get out of it. So,
okay.
I mean, well, I don't know.
Never mind then.
It's pretty easy, really.
Yeah, I guess so. Jordan says, so it must be.
I don't... I'm sorry.
Jordan, do you really have to rub it in our faces how easy games are for you?
I mean, that's my moniker, so...
Rubbing things in is easy, Dan.
Yeah.
So, yeah. How does the Abbott encounter work for you if you just aggro everybody?
I just went up and said, "Hey, Abbott, it's me, Riddick."
Really?
No, I didn't.
Oh, because there was...
I wish I had. I was assuming that the tricking wasn't going to work.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just tricked him. I was like, "Oh, I got a package."
The package has nothing to do with the gunfire you just heard.
So nobody is, like, stealth? Like...
Yeah, he's not been alerted at all. In fact, there's one guy just on the way. He's just like, "I'm on vacation."
So is like so is this section with like the store and all that? Like, did you?
I killed everyone.
I know, but before were people just standing around and hanging out?
Like, was there any point where you could resume stealth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, there might have been, but I didn't notice
Stick
it.
around to find out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I just kind of assumed I fucked it at that point, so whenever I saw a guard, I shot him in the fucking face.
You have so little health in this game that was probably the right call,
Yeah.
even if you did have an opportunity just to not take the chance. Because
Yeah.
one good shotgun hit to you could take off more than a health bar.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate how fucking dumb Abbott is. He just lets anybody into the apartment.
It's like, great, you got my package.
After there's just been a bunch of rioting.
No, I don't.
Idiot. There seems to be just like a general lack of communication in this entire facility, because there's also that part we glossed over where when the first riot happens, you're locked out, so you steal a walkie-talkie and just go, "Hey, I'm totally a prison guard. We're done shooting the prisoners. Open the door, please." And it works.
Yeah. I mean...
And Riddick is not a convincing actor in that sense.
No, what's funny is before the Abbott confrontation, if you listen to the guards over on the right next to his door, they're like, "Have you guys heard about this Riddick dude? Like, he's been fucking kicking our asses.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like that guy over there."
That's pretty good. I did not notice that.
Yeah. And I was like, I get to the door, I don't want to fight them.
Yeah.
I'd just like to point out, in terms of all the problems with communication, let's keep in mind that Abbott is the second most competent person in this entire facility.
Yeah, he's apparently the right-hand man to Hoxie, so that's pretty indicative of the general status quo, I suppose.
These are not terribly smart gentlemen.
Yeah.
No.
But, so you sneak into Abbott's apartment and shoot the shit out of him.
I just shotgunned him to with one shot, and he went down, and I was like, oh, okay.
Well, because you don't kill him.
Apparently.
Yeah, but...
I had a little bit of a gunshot firefight.
Oh, I thought it was really easy. I did really...
Hey, I didn't say it wasn't easy.
Just long.
Not even long. It was just healthy. It was a healthy firefight.
Sounds like you're making excuses.
Hey. Watch your fucking tongue, serpent.
But I love this little, like, Russian nesting doll situation of, like, people putting guns to people's heads.
Yeah.
Because you take down Abbott, and then Johns pops out of nowhere being like, "I highly suggest you not do any further harm to Abbott.
At least until I get paid.
I need my bounty plus 50. And then Hoxie comes in with his guards, who then put a gun to the back of Johns' head because Johns is sucker. I like the dynamic going on here, where Johns just wants his payday, but he played his hand too early.
Way too early.
And now he's lucky to get out alive.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if we're even going to see him again, because it seems like at this point, like, he's pretty much on the thinnest ice he could be on.
Yeah, he's...
I imagine we'll see him again. I mean, they hired the actor, I think, to come back for the role.
I appreciate how... I'm growing to like Hoxie as a character. Like, I appreciate how he'll play along with Riddick a little bit when he's like, I'll give you 20% tops. And Riddick's like, I think he might want a little bit more. Let's find out. And just, like, pummels him.
Yeah. And then he actually does, he's like, 22%.
It's like, Johns, that was a joke at your expense.
I'm gonna win 22%. Like, it's so fucking infantile, and it fits perfectly with John's character.
Yeah, especially because, like, originally... Like, I don't know what the bounty was set to, but he wanted 50 more than it. So, ultimately, this is a matter of, like, individual dollars that he's arguing over. Because nobody's going to be like, I want $1,050. Like, it must have been, like, $550. So he wants, like, literally $4 more.
Like, the thing is that I think at this point, at least at the point where we ended, I had, like, 50 credits.
Maybe he needs, like, 50 million or, like, you know what I mean? Or like 50,000
Well, 50%, I guess you could maybe construe it as, but that's a stretch. It sounds more like, I choose to believe that Johns is an idiot. Because that's what has been demonstrated to me throughout the game and film.
Yeah. I can believe that.
Or not an idiot, but full of himself enough to be blinded to reason at times.
A fucking buffoon.
Yeah, that one. That's how I meant to phrase it. But yeah, so down to the mines we go.
Yeah, so I didn't know exactly where to stop, so I basically just stopped the moment they said Tower 17 base.
That's exactly where I stopped.
Okay.
That is the checkpoint. Like, if you were to press quick load, it would just start you right after she said Tower 17 base.
Oh, really?
The checkpoints in this game, and therefore the chapter names, are very utilitarian. Like, if you look, when you finish the game, you can go to the menu and just, like, sort by checkpoint. Literally, 90% of the checkpoints just have the word of the checkpoint written on a wall in front of the camera.
Oh, wow.
Like, when you're walking into the showers, it just says showers, and then there's a checkpoint. And stuff like that. Or it's, like, guard section, or infirmary. Like, every chapter is named after the text on the wall you're looking at.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's very...
serviceable.
Yeah, like I said, very utilitarian.
It's very Riddick.
Very Riddick, yeah. Blunt and effective.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes from here. I like the idea of like an inner ring of hell within this already shitty prison that we are now sent down to.
I really like this, like, this area. It's like shipping containers that are,
Yeah, it kind of reminds me...
That somehow have working toilets.
Yeah, it reminds me of the pods in Deus Ex that you guys reminded me were actually a real life thing. I mean, they're roomier, but definitely less attractive. Because they do look like, it looks like you're on shipment.
It reminded me of the, there's a, oh, what is it? Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Okay, what were you going to say, Brett?
I'm really bothered by the working plumbing in them. I'm sincerely bothered.
I think it's safe to say that there's probably room behind, like in between the front and back of an adjacent cell where pipes go.
Yeah, but like, I think wait, no.
You're worried about the plumbing, but they don't care.
Why does it flush?
Maybe it
like,
doesn't flush.
What if you try to flush it when it's in transit? What
Then
happens?
it probably just, there's probably no water in it, so you're probably just shitting into a dry toilet, and then you're just screwing yourself over.
I didn't see any machinery when we were getting in there.
Alright, well, why don't you go hit up Vin Diesel? I'm sure he's on Twitter.
Yeah.
Tweet at him, how does the plumbing work in Tower 17 base?
I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to tweet Vin Diesel and ask him about the plumbing.
Okay, please do.
Okay. Look forward to that.
Yeah, we that gives us something to mull over, the possible retort that Vin could have.
He's probably just going to be like, shut up.
Yeah, but until we find out if he says shut up, I think that's an episode, guys.
Yeah.
We did it.
How are you guys liking it so far overall?
I hate it.
I like this game quite a bit. I like, reminds me of, again, much like Dark Messiah. It's a simpler time in games where you could have a middle tier game and not be and not be
Fiscally
fucking
impossible.
amazing.
I don't know if Butcher Bay was a middle tier game.
In terms of pricing, it was probably more on the AAA end of things. Like, I think it's pretty expensive.
Like, it looks good even now, and I think they put
Yeah.
a lot of money into it.
The lighting really goes a long way to making, like you said, like standing up.
The character
Compared to
models
modern games.
don't look the best, and the lip
No.
syncing is fucking awful.
The character models are actually kind of awful. Like, have you ever looked at Riddick when you're climbing up a ladder?
Yeah.
He has like weird fucking joints and stuff. Like, he doesn't really. He looks like he's
That's
an
just because
inflatable
he's
man.
been dislocating them all the time.
Yeah, I know. You're right. It's canon.
Yeah.
Never mind. I take it all back.
Riddick will always surprise you.
But yeah, and he has. I'm surprised by how much this game holds up. No more mechs, please.
I know there's gonna be a double mech fight.
Yeah.
Like every
That is just game design.
I like the rest of the game, but I know that's coming. And I don't want it.
Yeah.
It really sucks that they took out quick save. I don't know why they did that.
I think they just changed it to have more checkpoints, because the checkpoints are really quite frequent in this game. The only one I've had a problem with was the mech one so far.
Something that I heard in my research of trying to get the original game working is that apparently some of the damage and health stuff has been rebalanced in the remake, making it more difficult.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that, because outside of that section, I haven't really had a problem with the difficulty, personally. But
I think that segment might have been one of the worst affected ones.
yeah, for sure.
In which case, we can definitely look forward to the double mech fight.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe it'll be a triple mech fight.
Oh yeah. Well, until then.
For next week, play up to Tower 19.
Thanks for listening. This has been Josh.
Brett.
And Jordan.
See you in hell.
Fuck. Is it cheese cubes?
It's not cubes.
Curds?
That is your best guess so far.
Is it deep fried cheese curds?
It is deep fried.
Okay.
That was the really hard part. That was the part that I was going to say you'll probably never get. So I was going to give you a gimme if you got the slightly easier portion of this.
What, the cheese curds part?
The deep fried. I didn't think you would guess that it was deep fried. At least not in your first guess. So, it's a burger with a bun. It is filled with pork belly. It has pickles on the bottom, and there's a chipotle mayo on top. The last ingredient includes cheese, but in a non-traditional way.
Which is deep fried.
Mm-hmm. But it's not a cheese curd.
And it's not a cheese curd, but it's close enough to make you go, I don't know if it was possible. Was the burger dipped into like some kind of cheese deep fryer?
The burger was not dipped. This component was placed on top of the burger after the burger's assembly. After the burger's being cooked. Like, it was before the top bun.
Okay.
It was the second to last thing to be put on the burger.
Maybe just a straight up deep fried slice of cheese?
You give up?
No.
Alright. You guys are close. I'm worried now that because you guessed the deep fried part, you're going off into deep fried land and you're not focusing on the heart of the question, which is cheese. Think about cheese foods. The deep fry is the twist, not the standard.
Well, I don't like a lot of cheese foods.
Well, you're gonna have to put yourself...
God damn it, Jordan, you can't have excuses right now.
Cheetos and Doritos and stuff like that.
You gotta set aside your biases and explore the breadth of the culinary world right now.
Yeah. I mean, cheese can sometimes be overpowering if it's the wrong cheese, like yellow cheeses.
There's nothing overpowering about this. Trust me, it is a perfect balance of cheese and something else. Then deep fried.
Is it mixed with like a meat or meat?
You've already guessed the two meat components.
Okay.
The pork belly
Is
and
it mixed with something else?
Yes.
Okay.
It is fundamentally, at its core, two components that comprise a dish.
Is it some kind of sauce?
The cheese is a sauce.
Cheese is a sauce.
In this component's natural habitat, you would qualify
Is it like deep fried Spam?
No, but deep fried Spam curds are delicious.
I had some of those over at the State Fair. And
Yeah,
it was like,
they're awesome. And I don't even really like Spam that much, but...
yeah, me too. I need more of those in my life.
Oh, we're recording this. Good.
You guys are so close. I want the audience to be able to experience your glory.
Or utter failure.
I mean, that's up to you.
Oh, God.
It's mixed with something.
What else is
The
deep
cheese-
fried, Brett?
The cheese is a sauce.
Okay.
Anything can be deep fried.
I know,
That's
but
the
like,
thing.
That's
That's
the
the
thing.
trap.
That's the trap.
Anything can be deep fried.
Fuck. What do you like? What do you eat with cheese, Brett? Usually.
Crackers.
Okay. I don't think that's it.
I really don't.
Is
think
it something to do with crackers?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Other than us three.
Yeah.
that's- We're white.
Yeah. You said something about how cheese is served, right?
Cheese in its natural habitat.
This is a cheese dish,
Cheese
we'll say.
dish.
Is it fondue?
Well, he's
You already explored fondue.
Yeah,
we
we
did.
explored
Yeah,
fondue. It's something
And it's
solid
not
that.
curds,
Hold on, the
really.
cheese is a sauce,
Mhm.
but he said that it's something that can be placed upon the burger.
Well,
That's
true, and it could be, but it is aided by the fact that it is deep fried into one solid component.
yes, it is a solid component though.
Yeah.
So whatever it's being deep fried with, it has to either congeal or harden the cheese.
Mm-hmm.
There's a structure there.
There's a structure there.
The fuck is this? It's blowing my goddamn mind.
I think you underestimated the hardest part.
I mean, I'm not saying it's easy by any stretch, but it's definitely achievable. You guys have danced around it a couple times now.
Really?
I know you can get this.
No greens.
Is it like
No what?
no greens?
No
Oh,
greens.
yeah, I was worried. You said
We danced around cheese.
You were worried I said
curds.
grain.
or greens.
Or greens.
You wouldn't want greens.
Yeah, you wouldn't want greens. Yeah, I was actually thinking grains. That would make it work.
Like crackery thing. I don't know.
No crackers.
No crackers.
Grain.
Fuck. Like, is it like a bready type thing?
Rice?
You're getting there.
What the fuck is this thing?
Sand. Grains of sand.
No. I just ingested sand. We're close with rice.
Couscous.
You're getting there.
What the fuck is couscous?
Hey, man. I'm bringing everything I have to this.
Does it have pasta shells on it or something?
You've never been closer.
What?
Rigatoni.
Ravioli.
You guys are idiots now. You should have gotten this like 10 seconds ago.
Macaroni.
And
Deep
cheese.
fried macaroni.
You
Oh
guys,
my
come
God.
on. Rigatoni and cheese? That's what you get to before...
I don't like mac and cheese, so I never think about it.
Okay,
I
but...
do like mac and cheese, so...
I blame bread on that for this.
Yes, so I'm glad you finally got it, but it was sad how it finished. It was like watching an Olympic athlete get like a 40-second lead on everybody and then trip at the last second and crawl up over the finish line over the course of 39 seconds.
You should put this entire thing in. Don't cut out anything, and people can just sit there for the silence. Actually, I'm going to be editing this, so
Yeah, it's up to
do
you.
whatever you
I
want.
might put in this entire thing and be like, fuck it, listen to it at the end.
So
Maybe
to
15
summarize,
minutes.
and specify, this is a burger that is stuffed with pork belly, topped with a deep-fried macaroni and cheese ring, a la onion ring,
With pickles on the bottom.
with pickles on the base, and a chipotle mayo.
Where is
I was
this?
paying attention.
This is at the Blue Door.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a burger place. They make Juicy Lucy's.
Well,
Is that the same-
is this a test?
Is it the
This
same?
is the test.
Yeah.
It looks like it's coming out okay though, so it'll probably be in.
Okay. Should we just
Is
go?
it the same place that you took me that one time?
We need to listen to the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that it would be such a good way to just go, and welcome to Shareware.
Yeah.
It's not the place I took you to, Jordan. That's Matt's.
Okay.
It's the St. Paul location. I don't know if it's being served at the Minneapolis. Excuse me, it's actually the Minneapolis location. I don't know if it's being served at the St. Paul one right now, because sometimes they have different monthly burgers. It was a monthly special. Congratulations, guys. It took you at least 8 minutes, but you got there. We'll say...
Did you start recording that from the beginning?
No, it was probably like halfway through. You probably took about 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But it gave me time to eat the rest of that burger, so...
That was honestly, like, I wasn't even going that hard. You know, I wasn't even really trying.
Yeah, you were giving me extra time to eat.
Yeah, I didn't
appreciate
want
it.
you to feel rushed, and I wanted there to be a good...